You've got a single 46-year-old woman. She's found herself in an unhappy situation. She's got a lot to say.
I want a relationship, that's what I want. I had all the adventures, I have all the stories to tell. I just want somebody that I can count on.
All I just heard is that she had all the partying. She was out there finding herself for a really long time. She's 46. How appetizing to a man to know that you got all the nasty out of your system, and now here he is. You want someone reliable and dependable now that you did all that, and he gets to have that consistent image of you doing all the nasty with everybody before because you just told him. How desirable. Why is the brain dead so thick? I'll tell you why. Because all of these women absorb all of this modern feminism for so long, and women lie to them. They tell them that guys are somehow going to receive that information well, and that guy is just like, bye. See you later. You had all the stories? I don't want to know. I don't want to have to go to the STD clinic either on my way out of here, honey.
What do you feel about that hitting the wall phrase?
I think it's an accurate depiction of a natural phenomenon. I think that women do reach a certain point in their life where their value, when I say value, I mean value in the eyes of men specifically, does decrease when they reach a certain age. In terms of fertility, obviously you're older, you're not as attractive, but also you've had more life experience, and I think the majority of men want a woman that hasn't had a lot of life experience because they want to build that life with you.
It is concerning to consider engaging in a relationship with a woman who is deemed to have lost her appeal or attractiveness by hitting the wall. One may question what she has to offer at this stage. Furthermore, if one chooses to have children with her, there is a possibility of them developing conditions like autism or Down syndrome. This is not merely an opinion. The evidence supporting the correlation between a woman's age and such conditions is mounting. Additionally, a woman who has had previous marriages and children may now be ready to establish a stable partnership. However, it is important to acknowledge that she may carry emotional baggage from past relationships and could potentially face health issues due to unhealthy habits. Furthermore, her overweight status contradicts the notion that she would seek an equal partner based on her professional achievements. Instead, she sets her sights on a younger, more attractive, and wealthier man. While it may be deemed admirable that many Western women are now open to settling down, it is crucial to approach these situations with caution and realistic expectations. Regrettably, men who are over the age of 40 often face challenges in the realm of love. Statistics show that only a small percentage, approximately 12 to 15%, end up getting married. However, the question remains, is marriage truly as fulfilling as it is believed to be? Marriage is a complex endeavor, even for those who maintain an optimistic outlook. Additionally, when a man enters a relationship with a middle-aged woman, he takes a risk regarding his future financial stability. The negative feedback and ridicule from others can be disheartening, causing even the most resilient individuals to feel discouraged. It is worth noting that women allegedly experience two notable phases commonly referred to as the wall. The first occurs in their early 30s, while the second arises in their early to mid-40s. The wall symbolizes a decline in perceived attractiveness, signifying a countdown to the end of their desirability. Around their early to mid-30s, these women were seemingly irresistible to men from various backgrounds, ranging from young college students to older individuals. Some even received attention from much older men or high school boys. However, once these women reach their 30s, there appears to be a sudden shift in men's interest, as they seemingly lose attraction towards them. It appears as if men are wired to be solely attracted to younger and more vibrant women, leaving older women feeling neglected and despondent. This phenomenon can make them feel as if they are fading away without hope. Thus, the wall phase becomes akin to a tumultuous roller coaster ride, filled with moments of attention and subsequent rejection, all leading to an inevitable decline. Women in their mid-30s often perceive themselves at a disadvantage because men their age seem uninterested in dating or committing to them. And the truth is, they might be onto something. Let's be honest, a man with a decent job, financial stability, and an appealing car can effortlessly attract younger and more attractive women in their 20s. However, here's the catch. Getting to know someone genuinely takes time, at least a year or more to truly understand them. followed by another year to become engaged and ultimately married. If a 35-year-old woman manages to capture a man's attention and goes through the process of building a relationship, she will be approaching the age of 40 by the time they exchange wedding vows. If she hasn't already had children by then, her chances of conceiving may be as slim as winning the lottery. However, there is a pool of men who have already been married and whose children are now seeking new partners. Even divorced men with children might be open to giving marriage another try. Therefore, if you're in your early to mid-30s, there is a possibility of attracting a seasoned and experienced man. Nevertheless, some women in their mid-30s refuse to accept the reality that finding a suitable partner may be challenging. They struggle to grasp the idea that the only men showing interest in them are over 40, and they find this unappealing. These women may have effortlessly transitioned from one relationship to another in their 20s, but are now perplexed by the changes and predicament they find themselves in. It can be quite a surprising revelation for women to realize that it is now men who are doing the choosing in the dating scene, rather than the other way around. The dynamics have shifted, and it can be difficult for them to accept that they are not being pursued as fervently as before. The dating pool seems to have narrowed down to men who have experienced heartbreak, or are merely taking advantage of the desperation felt by women in their 30s. In the past, I assumed that as their close friends started having children, many women in their mid-30s would follow suit. However, all of my acquaintances who are in relationships and in their mid-30s have chosen not to have children at all. It is disheartening to witness 35-year-olds still engaging in partying and clubbing as if they were in their 20s. I find it distasteful to observe women approaching 25-year-old men at bars. Younger men often prioritize casual, intimate encounters, leading many women to feel undervalued and inferior. Despite this, women still yearn for the attention of young and attractive men, as they desire to extend their youthful enjoyment before entering the notorious phase known as the second wall that women supposedly face in their early to mid-40s. Even young men, who are typically on the prowl for casual encounters, start losing interest at this stage, which can be difficult to accept. Interestingly, Asian and Black women tend to experience the effects of aging a bit later, enjoying a few additional years before weight gain and menopause set in. However, once they do begin to lose their youthful appearance, the transformation from looking like women in their late 20s or early 30s to suddenly appearing closer to their late 30s can happen in an instant. Women, akin to early bloomers, reach their reproductive prime earlier than men, but also experience a faster decline. Therefore, if they wish to pass on their genes, they feel compelled to seek partners who can provide for them financially. On the other hand, men primarily focus on the potential for procreation when considering women. A significant portion of the women I know couldn't resist the allure of indulging in dining out, buying shoes, and enjoying themselves with friends during their younger years. However, as they reached their mid-30s, they found themselves spending excessively on cosmetics and transportation, leading to overwhelming debt. Now they seek a knight in shining armor to rescue them, often in the form of a wealthy sugar daddy. I have had numerous women approach me, pleading for assistance in paying off their debts. They were searching for their Prince Charming. The aging process hits women like a heavy blow, causing mental strain, while men appear to age like fine wine, improving with time. By their late 30s, men seem like kids in a candy store, able to select from a wide range of women in their 20s. However, with the rise of men going their own way movement, men are reclaiming control and prioritizing their own happiness instead of getting caught up in the exhausting dating rat race.